In the last lecture or in the last video, we have seen the definition of Laplace transform and the one problem that how the technical definition of Laplace transform will help us to get the Laplace transformation of the given function. Let's move ahead. The second one, find the Laplace transform of again same f of t as a cos t when t lies between 0 to 2 pi and f of t has a value 0 when t is greater than 2 pi. Now here we have a first step as a definition. We know that Laplace transform f of t, it is given by 0 to infinity e raised to minus st f of t dt. So as I told you, whenever this type of function comes, it is better we can analyze on a real line. So here on a real line, I have identified some points at 0, then 2 pi, and we all know that in the given question, between 0 to 2 pi, whenever t lies, the corresponding value of f of t was cos t. So between 0 to 2 pi, when t lies between 0 to 2 pi, f of t is cos t, and whenever t is greater than 2 pi, that means beyond this 2 pi till plus infinity, in all such cases the value of f of t was 0. Now here we can apply the condition Laplace transform f of t. So that means integration between 0 to infinity has been divided into two subintervals. One is 0 to 2 pi, other one is 2 pi to infinity. So we can have 0 to 2 pi e raised to minus st cos of t dt plus 2 pi to infinity e to the power of minus st 0 dt. So I have purposely skipped the writing f of t because directly we can substitute the corresponding values of f of t depending upon the nature of lower and upper limits. Now in the second integral, as we can observe, it is a product of e raised to minus st with 0. So this gives completely a 0. So there is no point in evaluation of here. So we can write here directly L of f of t as 0 to 2 pi e to the power of minus st cos t dt. Now in the previous case, one thing we have observed, whenever the product of two functions comes under integral sign, we normally evaluate them by using integration by parts. So accordingly, let's try here e to the power of minus st and cos t. By ILET or LIT rule, we know that cos t comes as a first function and exponential function v as a second function. Let's try to apply the rule. It looks like cos of t into e to the power of minus st dt. It resembles like under integral sign u into v dx, which goes like this: u v1, alternate sign convention, u v1 minus u dash v2 plus u double dash v3 minus u triple dash v4, and it continues like this. If you can observe the pattern in the first three successive terms, we can very easily analyze the nature of the series. So here the first u cos t constant, v1 represents the integration of this e raised to minus st. What is integration of e raised to minus st? E raised to minus st divided by minus s. Now u dash, put the negative sign, u dash, derivative of cos t minus sin t. Better put it in bracket. Then further v2, how does the v2 will obtain? By integrating v1. Evaluate this. So e to the power of minus st divided by minus s. Once again if you integrate, it becomes e to the power of minus st divided by minus s. But since already negative s is present, so it becomes e raised to minus st divided by s square. Then after negative sign, it is a positive sign. We can further talk about derivative of this part as u double dash. Then what is the derivative of minus sin t? Let's not bother about this negative sign, and let's not take out the negative sign outside also at this stage. So sin t, we can only concentrate, its derivative is cos t. So better write along with the negative sign. Then e raised to minus st, once again if you evaluate and let's integrate, it becomes e to the power of minus st divided by minus s, but already one s square is there, so it becomes minus s cube. Then again minus, once again we can talk about the derivative of cos. Then further it goes like sine, cos. One thing we can observe, we have started with cos, second term is sine, then cos, then next possibility is sine, cos. So that means it will be an unending process. With this method, we will never get any value here. So that means the integral will never converge. It is not getting a correct answer, or we will not reach at a particular answer. So that means what? This particular situation, in this situation, this generalized rule of integration by parts doesn't work. But at the same time, we have some standard formulae like whenever we come across e raised to ax cos bx dx. So that means e to the power of ax as an exponential function, cosine or a sine. It is also applicable for sine also, a trigonometric function. In that case, we will be first looking at the a and b. What is a and b? A is the coefficient in e to the power of ax, b is the coefficient in cosine term. So 1 divided by a square plus b square, that is 1 divided by sum of the squares of the coefficients which is taken from e raised to ax as well as cos bx. Again e raised to ax, and we have a cos bx plus b sin bx. It's a standard formula. Now this particular left side integral we can compare with our integral, this part, e to the power of minus st cos of t. So that means e raised to ax can be compared with e to the power of minus st, cos of bx can be compared with cos of t. Okay, so here one thing we can observe, when we compare here we can find e raised to ax equal to e to the power of minus st, the value of a is minus s, cos of bx with a cos of bt, the value of b is 1. So here wherever a and b is there, we can replace them value by minus s as well as plus 1. So L of f of t, it should be 1 divided by a square plus b square. So it is 1 divided by a square means minus s square, that is a plus s square, plus 1 square, of course 1. Then e to the power of minus ax, here particularly we have e raised to minus st, a can be replaced by minus s, cos of bt becomes a cos of bx becomes a cos of t, plus b as a 1, sine of bx becomes a sine of t, and here we have an interval between 0 to 2 pi, so we can put the limit as 0 as well as 2 pi. The rest is applying the limit, upper limit, then minus lower limit. So here L of f of t, 1 divided by s square plus 1. Once if I apply the upper limit, it takes the form, you can manually calculate it, e to the power of minus 2 pi s minus s cos 2 pi plus sin 2 pi, then lower limit 0 minus e to the power of minus 0 minus s cos 0 plus sin 0. We know that what is the value of cos of 2 pi? That is minus 1, and sin of 2 pi is 0. Cos of 0 is 1, whereas sin of 0 is 0. We substitute those values. 1 divided by s square plus 1, e to the power of minus 2 pi s, as usual. As I told you, it becomes a minus cos of 2 pi. Cos of 2 pi, okay. What's the value of cos of 2 pi? It becomes minus 1 to the power of 2. Actually, the cos of n pi, the general value is minus 1 to the power of n. So since n is 2, so it becomes minus 1 to the power of 2. It is plus 1. I'm sorry, it's not a minus 1, it's a plus 1. So here minus s into plus 1, it becomes a minus s. As I told you, sine of 2 pi, that is 0. So it is a 0. E to the power of minus 0, that is a 1. So we can write a negative sign. Cos of 0 is a 1. So it is a minus s plus 0. On simplification, 1 by s square plus 1, e to the power of minus 2 pi s minus of minus plus s. Or we can rewrite in the form L of f of t as s divided by s square plus 1, which is 1 divided by e to the power of minus 2 pi s, which forms the final result, and everything will be expressed in terms of s. So that's why it is purely a function of s. So I think with this, okay, the second problem we can conclude here. So I can show you the one more problem, third one. You can take this particular problem as for your homework. Find the Laplace transform of f of t. The function f of t is sine 2t wherever t lies between 0 to pi. The f of t equal to 0 whenever t is greater than pi. So in this case, find the Laplace transform by using definition. As usual, we can observe here L of f of t, e to the power of minus st f of t dt. We can have a real line 0, pi, because we can find the changes only at pi. Between 0 to pi, sine 2t, between beyond pi till infinity, it is 0. So second integral, it goes 0. So we are left with only first L of f of t, 0 to infinity. I'm sorry, it is not infinity over here. It is 0 to pi. 0 to pi, e to the power of minus st, sine 2t dt. So further, you can continue this. With this, we can stop here. Thank you.